Happy Crew, Happy Days here. In today's video, we are back for Grand Party, another season. Really buffing up Blackberry characters this season, Worst Generation, some Paramecia. So let's get into the matches, see how we do. We are going to do a combination of both burst and non-burst captains to see how all of them work. Going into this season, we're kind of sticking very similar to teams that we used last season. We are using the Int Luffy Bonnie as our captain because with the rule set for the season, they get a buff to +1 to their burst ability, which is great. You end up getting 3, which is really awesome. And basically what we are able to do is get a lot of buffs to Spirit, a lot of buffs to fighters. So we're going to see very heavily featured teams like the Navy team, right, which has Dex fighters. We're going to see the Free Spirit team, then of course the Emu team with some of the other 5 elders will come up as well. So for this first battle, kind of nothing too crazy here. I might switch up the teams here on day number 2 and end up swapping out and having Shanks go on the Free Spirit team. I don't want to waste a whole separate team for Shanks, but having him on the Free Spirit team, I think, combined with the fact that a lot of people are going to be using the Int Luffy Bonnie this season, I think it'll be almost a free victory, right? If you can get a match with, get your Shanks to go off against the Free Spirit team, you should pretty much be able to wipe out a good chunk of those units, and then be able to pretty easily finish them off. So, on this first mirror match, we are taking a little bit of damage here, nothing too crazy. We have Zoro healing us. Of course, we have the Usopp and Lilith who can give a bunch of special rewind, which is good. The bonus that we have here is that we don't have to take a burst, so that obviously does make things a little bit easier. Good to see we are going to get Zoro on their side to get their super special off. Just a little bit of pain just because we don't have, like I said, any way to quickly kill them, which is why having Shanks on this team will probably be the game plan for the upcoming days that are there. I'm going to do a little bit of special rewind here and just skip, because I mean at this point, these teams are so bulky with the buffs that they get for the season because of Free Spirit that it's going to be really hard to kill them all in that 90 seconds, right? So we did win that first match there. Going into the second match here, have our awesome Navy team. Absolutely love it. Again, they don't have any bursts. Now, the advantage that we have here is that they have Shanks going on this team, but we don't have any Free Spirit characters on our team. So that should mean that basically the really nasty parts of Shanks' special won't go off. We won't have to deal with it. We have 2 burst gauges, so we're just going to try to win this, you know, as quick as we can and get that victory and get that dub and get out. We're going to wait to just a little bit more to their close to using their specials and use it here. Big chunk of damage. If we get the Luffy and Lucci to go when they have their super fully ready, oh, they hit like a tank. Unfortunately, though, you can see at this point, there's really nothing they can do. Their backbench isn't that great. We can go ahead and just skip to secure the first win of the first day, which is really great. Love to see that. But again, it's a non-burst captain, right? So you can't really celebrate too much about that. So let's go ahead and get into the second fight now. You know what? We're going to face a burst captain. Let's see how the Int Luffy Bonnie is for this season. For the team that we're going to fight here, I'm thinking that maybe we'll fight that middle team. I'm guessing they have a Navy team up front, Free Spirit team in the back, and then, you know, kind of the 5 Elders team kind of there in the middle is what I'm thinking. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, no, this wasn't the 5 Elders team. It looks like it's a shooter team that's made up. Let's go ahead and see how our units go. Free Spirit should have no problem at all taking down the Elder team here, so not really too worried about that. I'm just gonna wait for the Zoro special to kick off. Get a little bit of shield here, some healing as well. But really, once Luffy and Bonnie and Kuma go, that should pretty much take out a huge chunk of the rest of their squad. We'll go ahead and use the special to get around that, so we don't have to even worry about that. Alright, get some special rewind, some damage. Pretty good hit. Didn't take out anyone, but it got them pretty low. So let's go get some more special rewind with the Lilith and Usopp there. Fortunately, our Luffy Bonnie got knocked out, so, you know, they're kind of our main damage dealers there. Unfortunately, that just means that it's going to take a little bit of time to go there. We have Kuma's taking a bunch of shots. Jinbei's actually taking a bunch of shots as well. We were able to beat one of their guys, but like I said, The Free Spirit team is probably one of the best teams in the game right now. Maybe second to the Emu team with the 5 Elders, but yeah, I mean, that Free Spirit team is just nuts to deal with if you don't have a Shanks to counter them. Again, we are going to probably switch up this team as well on the second day. This is kind of not the most optimal team that's here. But you can see we ate a bunch of those Luffy specials from our opponent in that first battle. So they had nothing left in their tank to be able to beat us, so we were able to kind of get those 2 wins pretty quickly there. Going into the final match of day 1, let's go ahead and take on... what do we want to do here? Let's do the middle. I know it's a rare recruit. We'll do a couple more burst captains tomorrow. I know the first day we did kind of do 2 non-burst captains here, but trying to just get through these matches really quick because the reset happens at 11 p.m. EST my time, and I got work in the morning, so just trying to get these battles done as quick as I can on that first day, and then have a little bit more time to do strategizing and doing things on day number 2 with more burst captains. So just a quick note for the season. Obviously, you haven't seen a ton of variants there. I do think you are going to see a lot of Luffy's, not so much Shanks because, and I say Dex Luffy, the anniversary Luffy. His heals and his special CT runs pretty awesome, so I'm imagining you'll see a good chunk of units representing that. Again, you'll see a ton of Luffy Bonnies. Final days, it'll probably be, I'm guessing, exclusively Luffy Bonnies. I think that you might possibly see some Kizaru's, but not nearly as much as you've seen in the past, so again, I think the 2 main captains you'll be seeing on the final days are going to be Luffy Bonnie and that Dex Luffy. Maybe the Blackbeard with his team that came out in PvP. You might actually see some usage. A lot of people didn't pull on his banner, so I don't have the full batch. I do have the full batch. They're good, I guess. I don't know if I'd say they're meta or broken. I'm going to skip here just to get the victory. But they're definitely an interesting choice, but I don't know if I would keep him over the captain. I think Luffy probably provides a little bit more benefits just because of the ability to give the heal. He gets 4 charges with his burst gauge. It just makes it really interesting to use that Dex Luffy. So going into the second battle here, we are facing the Free Spirit team. Again, unfortunately, we don't have Shanks on here, so he would make quick work of this. But again, taking down this team isn't really that difficult with 5 Elders team here. We do have 2 bursts ready to go. Again, they have a rare recruit captain, so they have none ready to go. So it should be pretty easy once we get 1 special off here. We're going to have Emu, who's giving me constant rewind to the specials there. And it'll be pretty much a pretty easy way to finish day number 1, getting 3 out of 3 victories. Once the Saturn and Mars go, it'll pretty much be over. They are max level limit breaked and keyed, so it should make for a pretty good match. Smoothie's going to do some rewinds here, but she's not really that critical, which is why I think going into day 2, I'm going to swap out this team, have Bonnie take her place, throw an L on this team instead of Big Mom, and we'll kind of rock it that way. I think that's probably a much better team than the team that you see here, and it'll just be a little bit more bulkier in terms of surviving and doing damage here. Fully maxed out category Big Mom, but you can see like they really didn't do too much. Some shield and some heals from Jupiter and Workery there. Gonna use do a special CT delay so we don't get hit by the Luffy and the Kuma that's there. Once our Saturn and Mars go, it should be lights out because they just hit like an absolute tank. But Kuma wants to get on the action. Yeah, Kuma was kind of the MVP there. He just didn't even allow them to get a chance to get in. He came in thanks to the swap of Smoothie and just absolutely destroyed them. So that's going to wrap up day number 1. Got 3 out of 3, which is great. We'll be back tomorrow for some more burst captains so we can see a little more variety, see how it goes. So let's hop right to those matches right now, see how we did on day number 2. Alright, so fast and furious onto these day 2 matches. Let's just get right into them, see who we can see. We're going to do some burst captains on here. We haven't fought Mars in a hot while, so we're going to go ahead and take on this fight here in the middle. Again, it looks like we probably have most likely a Navy team in that first slot. And yeah, we'll kind of go through this, see what we can do. We're going to have our Free Spirit team go first. we do have Shanks on this crew. We mentioned that we're going to try to change it up a little bit. Unfortunately, we're not facing any free spirit characters here. So that really won't do us too much good against this team, but hey, it's good to have Shanks in there just in case you do have to go up against a Luffy Bonnie team. So we're going to keep going here. Caesar goes off pretty quickly, which is good. Reduces some CC speed, get some DOT up. Kuma is ready to go, which means he will proc the Luffy and Bonnie special, so we can go ahead and get that going, do a bunch of damage here. A couple more hits and we should have our special ready to go here. Zoro's going to end up going here. Luffy special is going to get launched. And hopefully we can take out a couple. We did take out at least a couple, so we could skip at this point. I don't think there's really much that they can do to get us there. So let's go ahead and just kind of, interest of time, go a little bit quicker there. For the second battle, I still haven't changed my team. You can still see that I'm using the team with Smoothie and Big Mom Katakuri. We'll change that up, but at least for now, that's kind of the team that we're sticking with. But again, with the Enel and Bonnie, it'll be much better to face teams like this that have the 5 elders on them, and it's just I think a more consistent damage team that we are seeing out here. We have emus on both sides of the field, just rewinding specials willy-nilly all out there. We'll go ahead and use one of our specials just to kind of make sure that hopefully all our guys can go first, but again, it's kind of tough when your specials keep getting rewound throughout the match. Gonna take a shot here. Yeah, we're not gonna win this fight, so yeah, we'll just skip. Unfortunately, we just took a lot of damage there. I thought this team would actually do a lot better against that 5 elders team. But again, I think just having Smoothie on there, having Big Mom and Katakuri on there just didn't really do us any favors there. But going to this third fight, we knew we were facing the Free Spirit team. We knew they had Shanks on their side there, so obviously if we had Free Spirit, that wouldn't work well, which is why we had our Free Spirit team go in that first match. So with 1 burst gauge, we should be able to get the win here. They do have 2 though, so you kind of do have to watch out a little bit for that. You don't want them to go ahead and get 2 full bursts off, but we're going to take a shot here. Does a really huge chunk of damage, unfortunately, to us. Shanks is going to go. Kill Garp and Kobe. Unfortunately, that's not great, but Hibari will come in. Give some special rewind there. If we get Kujiko to go, that would be fantastic, because then we could get Prince Gru to go and give us all the damage nullification stuff, but it doesn't really do us much good when we already have Garp and Kobe dead. Now we do have the Luffy and Lucci, who are maxed out, who can do a good chunk of damage, but still, it's going to be kind of tough. There we go. We were able to kind of eke it out, luckily, and we have a special ready to go as well, just to make sure. I don't want that Luffy going. That Luffy going could spell not good news for us. So at this point, nothing I could do to win or lose. We're going to skip, and we just got lucky on that one, and we're able to kind of take it off with having their burst not go off at the end there. It was a nail biter for sure on that last fight there. Definitely could have done a better 5 elders team there to get a little bit more damage, but hey, sometimes it is what it is. So for the second fight of the day, we're going to go ahead and face this Luffy. Again, this is going to be a tough fight. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull this one off, to be honest with you. That Luffy can just do an absolute ton of healing, right, for burst gauges with this season's rule set. Bunch of healing, bunch of CT reduction. Just not a great thing to deal with. So yeah, let's just see how we go. Kicking right off the bat, we have that team that we're kind of mentioning, except they have the Lucci unit instead of the Bonnie unit on here, but still a very, very formidable team. No free spirits again on this team, so it really won't kind of help us too much having Shanks on here. It would be better if, we have Shanks go in their matches against other free spirit teams, but obviously that's not the case for this battle. If we can get Kuma to go, that would be really helpful. Ooh, we could not, unfortunately, get him to go. We did get paralysis, but it's not the end of the world because all our specials are pretty much ready to go. But we did just trigger the special of the Luffy there. So let's see if they end up using it. Unfortunately, with the Emu that's there, we can't do a bunch of the force out and mechanics like that. So that kind of severely degrades the ability of this team. Gonna get the burst there, get the heals. Alright, so we already have Caesar who's down, so it's not a great start, to be honest. Oh, that Mars just destroyed us. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. Once we lost our whole front line, like, it was GG's. That Mars unit is ridiculous. I mean, you can see ours that we have in this team. We have him 150, and he just hits like a tank if you get his super special go off. And the fact that they got their heal off puts us in a bad position. So I don't think there's any chance we lose the second match. Don't want to use any burst gauges there, so we're just gonna skip it and then kind of have a mirror match going to the third and final fight here of the second fight of the day. You have to watch out for the Yamato here. She can do the death hit, which is not fun. Of course, you have Hibari, who can do the special rewind when she comes in. And they have 3 burst gauges, which is kind of crazy. They're going to get automatically 25% CT reduction, which means that all their units are going to go first. Kujiko's going to go first, get their TreCru to get their damage nullification up. And then it's going to be really hard to do anything. So we did a special there to rewind it, but the Luffy special is just going to give it right back. So it's pretty much like it didn't even matter, to be honest. And then we're going to get the special rewind from Hibari coming in. Yeah, we're going to lose this one. Yeah, I mean, that's why this leader is kind of crazy for this event, right? The fact that basically they were able to get 50% of their specials kicked off really quick, and we were able to get our guys to go first to get the damage nullification stuff activated to avoid kind of getting the death hits there. So yeah, we're gonna take the L on this one, unfortunately. Good learning experience, right? Glad this is happening today as opposed to tomorrow or on the 4th or 5th day. So kind of a sneaky captain. Definitely have to probably watch out a little bit for him. That healing and that CT reduction are just pretty crazy in what it can actually do. So we're gonna skip here, just so we can end it. We're gonna take the L here, but luckily we do get rematches because it's only the second day. So we'll just go ahead and get into the next fight straight away. So let's go back and take on the Luffy and Bonnie captain up top here. Again, we just see that there's kind of a free spirit team up at the very top. I think it looks like kind of like a slasher team in the middle. So yeah, feeling super confident with here. So again, whenever you're facing Luffy and Bonnie, kind of the game plan here is try to hope that they can get one special kicked off on the first stage and then beat them on the first stage, and then hopefully come back and make them use 2 bursts on the second, and then you'll have a burst advantage or 2 going into fight number 3. So that's kind of the game plan that we follow almost every season. So we're just gonna keep up with that. For once, this team actually is a free spirit team, so when Shanks goes, he should pretty much be able to wipe out the whole front line when they do their stuff. Now, unfortunately, them charging their special is going to take a little bit more time. Unfortunately, we're going to have all our specials go off, which might actually hinder them being able to fully charge their burst. It's still just about there, but Shanks is going to absolutely murder when he goes here. And we're just going to use a burst here too, just to make sure that Kuma and those guys can't go. So yeah, unfortunately, they didn't get enough of hits in to get their burst gauge charged. So they have 3 technical burst gauges going into these fights. So again, we're going to kind of just auto skip here. Hope that we can at least get 1 or 2 specials used against us, and hope that their special gauge doesn't get charged enough for having their final special ready to go in the final stage. Again, we'll have 2 specials ready anyway compared to their 1, but still, you want to try to get all their specials kicked off so they can't do anything, but should be fine. We were actually able to take off the win there. I didn't think we were actually going to be able to win with what we had, but hey, sometimes the auto is like that. So going into the final matchup of the day here, let's go ahead and fight the Shanks up top. I honestly don't remember what his GP leader ability is for this season. I assume he has either 2 or 3 bursts. I'm not 100% sure what it looks like, but you can see from here, team isn't really that scary, right? You kind of have like the Navy-ish team up front, Free Spirit in the middle, and Nell team at the end. So I think I'm going to take kind of looking like this here, where we kind of have our 5 Elder team come in, kind of get the win up front really quick, and then hopefully we can win fight number 2 there with the Free Spirit team with the Shanks on there ready to go. Again, what we really want to do here is just prevent TreCru and Kujiko from going. That will just let us make sure we can use all our specials and not really have to worry too much about what's happening there. Unfortunately for this team, the CT reduction isn't really that great. It still takes a good amount of time to really get going. You can see we have the Saturn and Mars special ready to go, but it's not the super, so it's not going to do as much damage as usual, but it gets our burst gauge charged and ready to go, right? Which is really what we want to do. We don't want to give them a chance to be able to get their specials off. Luckily, we were able to force, I believe it was TreCru to get the revive there, which is good. Didn't have the Garp get the revive, so it makes it a lot easier for us to kill this team and not really have to worry about that. So there we go. We were able to win the first match pretty straightforward. Shanks does only have 2 bursts. As you can see, he hadn't even charged it more than halfway. So Shanks has definitely been neutered this season, which is good. He was pretty kind of crazy in the season that he came out with his batch. But glad to see that he's not kind of as crazy as he was before. At this point, it should be pretty easy because we'll have the ability to kind of reset their specials. So we're just going to wait a little bit closer to where Kuma is ready to go. That way we can do the special reduction, have our guys go, have at least maybe even our Kuma go first. Alright, so there Caesar kicks off. Shanks is not even close to being ready, unfortunately. And we just missed our Kuma going, but actually probably better now that Luffy went first, because then when Kuma goes, it will just charge his special a little bit quicker. Caesar becomes useless because their Caesar went first, unfortunately, so not really much we can do. And Shanks just missed out as well. So we're going to go ahead and use the special here. I want Shanks to be able to go. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point, right? Like, they've pretty much already lost. Once Shanks goes, it will just seal their fate here and give us that second win of the day. So we'll skip that. You can see once Shanks went, everyone just kind of melted there. So that was able to get us our 3rd win of day number 2, get us out to 6 out of 6 wins, and start getting us one step closer to getting 15 total wins, hopefully. So that's going to wrap it up for this video today. We'll have some more videos probably out tomorrow and the next days for the upcoming days that are coming. Again, just be careful if you're fighting Luffy Bonnie captains or Dex Luffy captains. It could be very tricky if you don't have that anti-Free Spirit team out there for this season. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know how your Grand Party season so far is going. As always, until next time, be kind to each other. Thanks.